I use SiteGround hosting. There's SiteGround hosting. They are a dedicated WordPress hosting. There's a few reasons why I chose SiteGround, and I've been with multiple other ones. I still have accounts with HostGator and Bluehost, but I've been with GoDaddy, HostGator, one-on-one or one-on-one, one-and-one. Bluehost, I've tried them all, and by far SiteGround is my favorite. And there are many reasons. One is because they have the best customer support. Now, very often, if I have a problem with one of my sites and I don't have time to figure it out, I either get on chat with these WordPress experts, which is really easy. They're there 24 hours a day, and you click here, get on to chat, and you would go to WordPress assistance, and then you would type out what your problem is, and then you have the choice of either speaking to them about your problem through a chat, and they can go into your files, go into your cPanel, into everything, look at your domain, see if there's any problems, what the problems are, and fix them for you. Now, they might say to you, this is how you fix it. All you do is say to them, no, you fix it, and they will fix it because that's their job. They just sometimes try to be lazy, but not very often. I always give them 99% of the time. I give them 5 stars for their customer service and their knowledge. They also have, if the people that come on don't know how to fix your problem, they'll escalate it to the senior techs, and pretty much now 99% of the time they're the people that I need to get, that I need to speak to. So I have to go through the process of speaking to the people that know as much as me, and then get transferred to the supermen of WordPress. So that's one reason. Another reason is that they are that they work together with certain companies that I need, or that we need, and this is going to be part of the SEO training. Now, the first thing is Cloudflare. Now, if you don't know what Cloudflare is, it is a CDN, which is a content delivery network. Basically, what this does is you can get this for free. You can just create a account at Cloudflare, which I'll show you in another video. But if you're with SiteGround, it's as simple as clicking. If I wasn't connected with these 2 sites here, I would just click here. Oh yeah. If I had WordPress installed on any of these, I would just click activate free, and it would activate it for me just like that. Otherwise, if you don't have SiteGround, there's only 2 other hosting providers that provide this, and they're really expensive, and and SiteGround are not. The other reason for going with now remember, Cloudflare makes your site faster, it makes it more secure, and they're things that count in SEO. If you remember at the beginning of this course, I told you that SEO is just a factor. It's just a lot of different factors put together that make your site rank higher. It's not one magic trick. It's a series of things that you do or implement to get the final result. And Cloudflare is something that I have tested, and literally I was on the first page I had 3 reviews going at the one time. I was on the first page and I decided to turn off Cloudflare. I just thought I want to see what happens. And literally within 2 minutes, my site had the Wolf of Online Marketing had dropped to the second or third page. It wasn't on the first page, and it was at the top of the first page. So that shows you how speed can really, really affect your rankings. So Cloudflare, a CDN, basically what it does, there are different Cloudflare centers around the world. So rather than your site being, say, in Croatia, or yeah, let's say Croatia, and in order for it to talk to its host, it has to talk all the way back to the USA. That's a long distance. What the CDN does, there are many CDNs, but Cloudflare is the one that I use because I use the free version. So Cloudflare has these different units around the world. So your website, rather than having to talk from Croatia all the way to Texas, it talks to the closest one, and that, which would be, say, Holland. So that's somewhere else in Europe. It's, it's not far, and that speeds up your site. So that's in a nutshell how a CDN works. So the other reason as well that I decided to go with SiteGround. Now, I put months and months and months of research into this. So I'm not just, how to say, telling you to get SiteGround for, no reason. I put a lot of research into it for search engine optimization and traffic reasons. So as well as getting the CDN with one click, which is super easy, you also have a super cacher. Now, super cacher is a plugin. So a plugin is something you add to your WordPress site. If you're a real beginner, we'll go over that soon, what plugins you need. They're like little apps that make your site do certain things or make them perform better. So they have a plugin, and it's a caching plugin. So again, it deletes all of the stored images that you have on your website. So SiteGround have their own it's called a super cacher, and it makes your site super fast. So that's another reason why I chose them, because this is free, and you have 3 levels of caching. So that's something really worth thinking about. Then the last reason, and again, this is a search engine, an SEO, search engine optimization reason that I chose them, was because Google have recently, about 6 months ago now, they announced that any site that does not have an SSL certificate, which is, if you don't know what an SSL certificate is, let's look at my site, okay? Basically, it's a security. It's a security seal. So if you look at my site here, it is HTTPS, and it also has a padlock, and it says that it's secure. So people coming to your site see this, and also as well, Google have said, let me think of a site that doesn't have it. Okay, this is the random site I was thinking about. I'm sure they don't have it. There you go, not secure. So does that make you want to, log into this site? Not really, but there you go. So that is another reason as well, is an SSL certificate makes your site more secure, and Google have already said that it will affect search and it will affect your rankings in Google, especially in Google Chrome, and it does affect your rankings, because again, I tested it. I tested it with the SSL certificate, so with the HTTPS. I tested it with, and then I tested it without, and it wasn't minutes, but it was a couple of hours and I saw my rankings drop. Now, it used to be that you would have to buy an SSL certificate, and they were expensive, 1,500 a month. But now you can use a company called Let's Encrypt, and they are affiliated with SiteGround. So to make things even easier, just like with Cloudflare, it's basically it's like a one-click install.
Click link below and the description box to get your SiteGround web hosting at best price.